Hello, my fellow good troublemakers. I've seen a lot of things about me personally online, and I wanted to take a quick second to address some things. I know that most people that are saying these things won't be watching this video, but I want to make sure these things are addressed. I'm weird about social media, so the only time I'll accept a friend request is if I've met someone in person or someone I know personally vouches for them. It's just a hard and fast rule I have, so those of you who have sent me friend requests and I rejected them, that's why. It's nothing personal. Even if we have tons of friends in common, I'm just really careful. That leads into the next thing I have to clear up. There is this assumption that I'm supporting specific school board candidates because we're friends. I just want to let you know that the first time that I met any of these candidates was after I made the inclusivity group, and Maria happened to spot me at the Apple Blossom Food Fair. I even made a post about it in the inclusivity group back then. For some people, if I have the time and they send me a request, I'll apologize and tell them why I won't accept it until we meet in person. Before I even knew who she was, Michelle Sandberg sent me a friend request, which I politely declined around December 2020. Evidently, she'd been following my coverage of the Christmas Fest fiasco. She politely reminded me of that interaction the first time we met in July. At that point, I'd already declined so many requests that I never put it together. And the first time I met Miranda was when she attended the now infamous school board meeting where the police refused to show up and mitigate an unmasked, reckless crowd, despite multiple calls to intervene on the behalf of a beleaguered school board. I was there too. You can see me in the front row during the first few minutes until it became apparent that these people were beyond logic, reason, or abiding by the law. I'd never met these people until after I decided to support them. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to watch through some of the school board videos to familiarize yourself. I did my due diligence. Next, I get a lot of people saying when I point out the bad actions by candidates or, frankly, some pretty heinous beliefs, well, do you check out all of the candidates the same way? Or do you do the same level of research? Yes. Yes, I do. Look, I know a lot of you don't know me very well yet, so I'm going to make this promise to you because I made it to myself a long time ago. I will hold every candidate accountable. Progress is not a partisan concept. And while most times I end up voting Democrat, I am not a Democrat. I'm a progressive. And yes, there is a difference. For example, I'm not a fan of Pelosi or Schumer either. However, most Democratic politics are closer to what I align with than the oppressive and oft fascist politics of the right. I view and approach politics through the lens of human rights, and that has my focus. So if any of the candidates I'm supporting fail to stand up for the things that they said they would, you better believe they're going to hear from me. So far, if I have an issue, Maria Iniguez, Michelle Sandberg, and Miranda Skaliski have been quick to respond and address the question. Whereas their opposing candidates have avoided all of my questions via email, social media, and in many cases, delete the comments or posts so no one else can see what I asked. All three of them, Julie Norton, Matt Van Bogart, and Catherine Thomas. For three candidates who are running primarily on transparency, that's pretty funny to me. I've also heard people say that I must not have anything better to do. Trust me, I do. I wish I didn't feel obligated. I work 40 hours a week. I have a kid. I have a partner. I have family. I have friends. I have a social life. I have hobbies, which I'm neglecting. I have one cat, 2 newly acquired kittens from the Wenatchee Humane Society, a bunch of fish, a turtle, and plans to expand my home zoo. I have repairs and renovations to do. I have a stage to build in my garage because I want to start a band. I have a plan for a mural on the back of my garage. Trust me, I wish people would act right. and that I could just go back to not caring. But part of living, working, and caring for your community means making some good trouble. So here we are. Also, if you have a band name suggestion, pop them in the comments. Right now, the only one that sounds good to me is fuck 'em. So if you've got some ideas, let me know. Finally, I want to address the idea that I'm getting paid for my content. I'm not. I don't have enough followers on YouTube to be monetized. And look, if those of you who don't like my content because I'm constantly calling out the bad actions of your candidates are still watching, I'm impressed. Thanks for sticking it out. Also, I'm well aware you're not going to believe me, but I said that at the beginning. I just want you to know that I don't care whether you believe me or not. I know that you're going to continue spreading the lie that I'm some partisan paid shill. The scarier fact for you is that I'm not, which means I can make content about anything I want. Nothing is off limits to me. I could show you a picture of my sad little basement corner with ugly lime green paint that was here when we moved in. My laptop I bought on sale that I saved up months for after I realized I wanted to start a local YouTube channel. I would show you my dinky camera, but it was painfully obvious in my interview content compared to my friend AJ Soto Photo, who is a professional videographer. He straight up laughed at me when I showed him my little bedside clip lights I used for lighting, which I got on clearance from Target. AJ Soto Photo donated his time and energy for those interviews as well. We collaborate when we can because we've known each other for more than 20 years. Oh man, he's gonna hate that I just aged him. Sorry, love you, buddy. As it may also be obvious to anyone with actual technical skills, I do all my own editing. I do get some content review from Andrew J, and he watches all the final cuts before I post, but I write all my scripts as well. So when Matt Van Bogart suggested early on that me and my team come to his house, I had to lull. My team is just me. That being said, if you want to donate to Progressive Devilry to show appreciation, I do have a Patreon with 0 patrons. So, I mean, anything helps. Keeps me in beer while I write these scripts. Becoming a patron also gives you access to some cool stuff. I haven't made a blooper reel yet, so if you become a patron, I'll have to actually go into my Discord server and talk to people while I work on things. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not perfect. And I sure as hell don't pretend to be. It's just me. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or content you'd like me to make, send me an email to info@progressivedevilry.com. Once we get past the election, I'll go back to making content I enjoy teaching about in my episodes, which means if there's anything you'd like to learn about, let me know. Until next time, let's make progress.
Hit that subscribe button to stay updated with us. And any sources we've used in today's episode are below or are available on our website at progressivedevilry.com.